Welcome to the Lummy Sports Show with Rhett. How's it going, Rhett?
Not too bad, Lummy. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing spectacular.
Glad to hear that.
Just getting all my windows open, making sure we're up on all platforms. As I was taking in this song. Oh, man, a lot of crazy things have been happening in football. It's college football, NFL. I mean, baseball playoffs are in stride right now. You're not really a big baseball guy, though, are you?
No, but the postseason for a lot of sports is exciting. I mean, I can appreciate the MLB, even the NBA to an extent, I guess, but especially the NHL postseason. Sports are fun.
They sure are. 813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-BUBBA. Call in and tell us why you think sports is fun. The Mets with a big win over the Brewers, 8-4. Watched a little bit of that game yesterday. Most baseball I watched in probably a couple weeks. But we're here to talk about football. And let's be honest, not many people, we can start off with the college, not many people were expecting Colorado to get through UCF. And I said it, and people said I was an idiot, which is not that far-fetched for most people to call me that. But every time I said, Colorado, there is a chance. I was liking anyhow the 14 point spread, 13.5 by the time I got into it. But like UCF is the #1 ranked rushing team, and Colorado can't stop the run. And I said, well, okay, all right. I have watched Colorado games, and I have seen the stats that UCF put up. But I'm gonna go on a limb here. I said Colorado hasn't played the greatest teams in the world, but they are better than besides TCU, the two Division I AA schools that they put up all their rushing numbers to. So when you tell me that they were the #1 rushing school, or I'm like, okay, they played against very subpar defenses.
Yeah.
And Steve Austin, I think it was that Steve Austin and
Steve Austin.
yeah, Steve Austin University, and some other Division I AA school. I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is that you know what, Steve Austin wasn't anything next to Colorado, but they definitely stepped up there. They are going to have a real difficult game this week against Kansas State.
You want to pull up the slate of games or some scores from over the weekend? We'll talk about some games in particular, because, Colorado bringing the whooping there. Good for them. I guess it's been a good couple of weeks for the people of that Colorado area. They need some good football up there. They need it badly.
They sure do. I mean, even though in the NFL, the Denver Broncos coming through 2-0. I mean, that's my new team right now. I'm back on that bandwagon, but you got this week.
Full screen that for me.
Yeah, well,
and the people.
And the people.
Thank you.
Do you want to hold? Miami Virginia Tech started off pretty good. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
That Hail Mary, the final play, controversy going off in Virginia Tech, Miami, that would have just blown up Miami's whole season, in my opinion. Because usually once Miami loses once, they're losing again. So they squeaked by. Texas squeaked by. Alabama, Georgia, did you watch that game?
Yes.
I thought it was going to be obviously a 30. It was 37 at halftime. I pretty much chalked that one up. But I started watching some other games in the third quarter and then went back over to it and watched Georgia.
Bama ultimately wins, but it was hilarious when they were up 24-0 or 28-0, whatever it was, and they kept showing the shot of Saban up in the suite, just sitting there, dead staring at the field. And, his expression didn't change most of the game, so he must have known something like that was going to play out. It's not over till it's over, but I don't know. Are we happy to see Bama beat #2 Georgia? These are two SEC teams that between the last, 10 years, 15 years, I'd say the better part of 12 years, have really been, the national front runner, media bias team. Do you get, unless you're a fan of either one of these teams, do you give a shit if one beats the other?
Nope. I mean, I was a little disappointed just because I did bet on the Ole Miss. Ole Miss losing to Kentucky. Big upset right there. 6. Kentucky played Georgia tough last week. Your boy Lane Kiffin taking the old L. Now they're
good for Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had that reputation for a couple of years now. I know they've had some personnel changes in the coaching staff, but regardless, they got some talented players and they're showing they can compete. I mean, they're 1-2 within the SEC, but that's a big win over Ole Miss. Ole Miss has kind of been that team that's become the new media darling out of the SEC. Like Alabama and Georgia are doing their thing, but people love Ole Miss this year, ranked number 6. That's a big time win.
Rumors are swirling that Lane Kiffin will be leaving Ole Miss. Do you know where he may be going?
Florida.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Would you take him at Florida?
Fuck yeah, I would. You serious?
That's the rumors. The rumors are Lane Kiffin wants,
Whether they're competitive or not, they'd be relevant for at least a season, and I'd like to see how that plays out.
Well, Lane Kiffin really hasn't gone anywhere that he hasn't succeeded in the collegiate level.
Yeah, absolutely. They'd be relevant. They'd be competitive. Again, like I don't... I hate to say it this way, but it's nowhere near like a Dion situation in Colorado. But, the media would get hyped up. You'd get college game days. You'd get a lot more people stoked about the game. So I think it would be good for the program, absolutely. And I think hopefully it would get them back to doing shit the way they used to because, man, I don't know what the disconnect is, but Gators football has been embarrassing for far too long.
Well,
I wish we did have Tuttle here. Bubba was saying we were going to have Tuttle on the sports show at the end. He had to take off, but I wish we could get him here because he is an avid Gators fan as well, and I'd love to get his opinion.
Well, I mean, I could tell you right now, Florida needs to improve their weight room, their training facility. I know I think they updated or were upgrading their stadium. But I guess they're like 5 years behind, supposedly.
Yeah, well, paying out all these fucking coaches.
Well, but Lane Kiffin's not going to come in with a,
yeah, cheap price tag.
Exactly.
No, I mean, they'll pull it off. All of these universities find ways to pull it off. And again, that's such a boom or bust move, but I think it would be worth it just because of everything that they have put themselves through up until this point. But I don't want to bother the poor guy, but we were just talking to him in the parking lot. I don't think he's doing anything. He said he's got, a 3-hour drive ahead of him. Should we call Tuttle and hear his thoughts on good old UF football?
If you want to.
I'd like to get his take on it.
Okay, I
thought Tuttle was good on the show today.
Yeah, I'm sure the UF football fans are dying to hear about it.
Yeah, sure, we got a lot of those.
I'm sure they're clamoring right now for Tuttle to talk UF football and what they could do better.
He doesn't have to. We don't have to.
No, you don't. We can. You just got to call it then. Dial it up.
I have to dial it up?
Yeah. Come on there, big guy down there. I'm running the ship up here, as Bubba would say.
Well, we do have someone sitting on line one if you'd like to get that first.
Yeah, sure. Here we go. 239.
Hey, guys, it's your number one fan, Berto Perez.
What's up, Berto?
Lummy, like you say, sports brings family together.
It sure does.
Divide family. Like, I love having Saturdays and Sundays with my boys, and whenever something's on, they like watching wrestling. Sports what makes the family grow, and it makes them have their own opinion and stuff like that. That's what I love about it.
True.
Like right now, you talk about my Canes. Hopefully they don't fall apart because I need one Miami team to do something in their life, right? Because the other one's tanking it.
Well, the Dolphins aren't really. They looked good their first drive, but after that they completely fell apart. The Hurricanes. I mean, right now, obviously, they're number one team in the state of Florida. I mean, they play California this week, and then it looks like they got off, and then they're going to be playing at Louisville. So, I mean, that's probably going to be their toughest test. For the while there, I thought maybe Florida State would be, but the way Florida State's playing, it doesn't look like that's going to be much of a test. But really, I mean, UM right now can run the table. They just need to get through 22 Louisville. And after that, I don't really see them having much on the plate. So Miami has got a chance of being undefeated.
I'm hoping they do something, man. I want to wear my jerseys. I want to wear my hats. I want to do the same thing for the other ones because everybody in my house is all Florida teams. They like each one like something different, and I'm not a father to tell them not to like it. But whenever they lose, I just walk around the house with my jersey on, my slippers and stuff like that, and they look at me like I'm crazy, but they love it. They say, "Dad, this is what makes you an awesome dad. You let us wear what we want. You let us rule who we want. But when we lose, you show it.
Well, that's the best way to raise up your kid.
Have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, man.
So, yeah.
But anyway, let me let you go so you can call Tuttle and get a good opinion on him because I love him on the show. He does his thing. Like I said, all of you guys are great. And Rhett, that McAfee in person was awesome when you were just him with the Stone Cold on it.
Oh, the Stone Cold deal. $14 on the Rumble Rant from Bubba Army Grunt says, love this show. R.I.P. Pete.
Thank you. Thank you, Berto.
Thank you, Berto. We love you, man.
315.
What up, Lummy? What up, Rhett? It's Longwood. How you guys doing?
What's up, Longwood?
Good, brother.
Hey, so I got to know, how surprised are you guys on the Bucks season so far being 3-1?
I'm surprised. Yeah, you know what? I am surprised, Longwood. You are 100% correct. I am blown away that they are not 4-0 right now.
Yes.
Because they should have walked all over
Denver. I predicted a 3-1. Yeah, but you know what? I think that was one of those, we're looking to Philly-type deals and just got caught with our pants down.
No,
it's an AFC game.
Yeah, it was bullshit. I know it's an AFC game, so that helps out a little bit, but it was bullshit. When you're stacking wins and losses at the end of the year, it's going to fucking suck, because if they win 11 games, we can look at it and be like, damn, they should have won 12. I do think I am pleasantly surprised that I am telling people, like, I'm confident this team should be 4-0 if they decided to play week 3. That's a nice surprise, because even them coming out 2-1 was something I had predicted, but I didn't think Detroit would be the team that they beat.
No.
And Denver would be the team that they lost to. So I mean, I'm really pleasantly surprised. But this team has a habit of doing that, like exceeding my expectations. They did it a lot last year. You remember they came out last year. They started 3-1, didn't they? And then they went fucking 3-5. They ended up 3-5.
Ready to fire
Philly ended it last year for us.
Well, listen, we may look at the end of the year and see that Denver maybe they could have 12 wins. I mean, right now they're on a 2-game winning streak. Looking up, their offense really showed what they could do against New York last week, and I think the first 4 quarters. And we may be looking at Denver being the playoffs. So this may not be that kind of loss.
Jets fans up here are suicidal over that loss. It's like, I think Rodgers is washed. I'm just saying.
Maybe he needs a wide receiver. And, they are talking about maybe trying to trade for Devontae Adams.
That'd be the logical place for him to go. Everybody's like, Tampa should pull the trigger. I'm like, can he play defense?
Yeah, where the fuck are we going? What are we going to have Devontae Adams in the slot? I mean, I don't think wide receivers currently is hurting us in any way.
No, I'm quite happy with Chris and Mike this year. Except Mike's starting off slow, but you know what? He'll be fine.
Yeah, Travis Kelce's starting off slow, but here, sources right here say Jets, Saints high on Devontae Adams trade wish list. So,
hey, have him go to New York. Have him be a New York Jet with Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard. Make New York. Or New Jersey, stinky-ass New Jersey. Make that the retirement home.
Hey. Just because Newark stinks doesn't mean the rest of the state stinks, bro. Come on.
Well,
you haven't been nowhere else.
Make that the retirement home that they fucking said Tampa would be. Tampa won a Super Bowl. Tampa was one of the best teams in the NFL for 2 straight seasons. They fucking proved it on the field. Like, they weren't even just Super Bowl flukes. They went the following season and won 13 games. They tied Aaron Rodgers, who, again, got MVP, which was bullshit because Tom Brady led the league in passing yards and touchdowns that year. Should have had MVP. He got robbed. But regardless... Like, I want to feel bad for the Jets, but the way Aaron Rodgers is handling this entire situation, he's such a crybaby bitch. We kind of knew it would play out this way, and it's kind of funny to watch. But yeah, they are teetering in fraud territory right now.
I was at that game where AD quit on the Bucks last year. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? You know what? I mean, that's what cost us another Super Bowl run. Is that fuck?
Yeah,
well,
it was tough.
We learned our lesson.
All right, guys. Great show.
All right, man. See you later, Longwood. Let's see. Looks like they got a good amount of cap space on.
Yeah, 17.8. Sitting here in the middle of the season. I think the Bucks are like $8 or $9 million. So if
The Commanders could do it.
Just to kind of put a cap on the Bucs real quick, if the Bucs were to make any moves right now, it's got to be on the defense. I think it's got to specifically be along that defensive line. But you got to remember too, any
Vita Vea
move
just came back though. He looked good against the Eagles.
Yeah, Vita Vea for sure. But Vita Vea can't be your leading sack getter at the end of the year. That's just pitiful.
Yeah.
Any money you tie up into that defensive line or any position you go out there to get is money that you can potentially not pay Chris Godwin at the end of the year, who is in a contract year. Honestly, the most productive receiver on the roster so far for Tampa. They may have trouble paying for him at the end of the year. So it'll be interesting. But as long as our guys can stay healthy, when the Bucs play their best, they look like one of the better teams in the NFC.
Let's hear. Hold on. I want to hear this Devontae Adams because I really think he is going to the Jets.
The Commanders could do it. The Cowboys could do it. The Jets could do it. The Steelers could do it. Make one of them make sense for me, Jeff, Saturday, right now.
Dallas Cowboys. You talk about Jerry talking about all
Dallas Cowboys.
Get out of here.
They just paid.
They just
paid CeeDee Lamb how much money? I know he wasn't highest paid, but shit, he was third or fourth.
No, listen, the Cowboys fucked themselves by not getting Derrick Henry.
That's what the Dallas Cowboys have to do to win. Throw the football. They average 77% of their offensive production comes from air yardage. They can't run the football. They have
I was looking for
inspiration. I understand.
So
I was looking for when they talk about the Jets. Really?
It opens up the field is an understatement of a lifetime.
You know what I like is the sources Jets Saints high, and then the whole fucking video they put up there is the guy literally talking about the Cowboys.
I don't know how much their cap matters this year, but I would like to see the state of Dallas. Because one of the biggest knocks against Jerry Jones right now is that he didn't do anything. They had to address the running back position. Tony Pollard goes to Tennessee, so they sign a washed-up Ezekiel Elliott. You sign CeeDee Lamb to his big money contract, but I think that's the most spending they did. Unless I'm mistaken, if they signed any other big-time free agents, let me know.
Let me look here.
But I think they signed a lot of their own guys and didn't address a lot of other holes.
Here's their salary cap right now. You got obviously Dak Prescott, number one.
They got $25 million in cap space right now during the season. They're 7th in the NFL.
Pretty good.
I mean, they're dealing with $21 million in dead cap, which isn't great. That is a decent amount of dead cap, but
I can't believe they're paying Brandon Cooks $10 million a year. Ugh. That's a little much. But if you're looking at, there's not really much that they traded or signed.
They could have paid Derrick Henry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%.
They 100% could have paid Derrick Henry, and a lot of their problems on offense would clearly be solved. I mean, look at the way the guys played so far. Baltimore was a running offense before, but holy shit, now that you got 2 or 3 guys who can dependently run the ball on every single down.
Yeah, but let me ask, how old is Derrick Henry?
What is he, 29?
Yeah. 29
or 30.
And how many times did our former co-host talk about how that's pretty much, dead for a running back and wide receiver?
Sure. I mean, a lot of people think that 27, 28 is a death sentence.
Maybe that's
Jonathan Taylor.
Jones.
I know Jonathan Taylor's injured right now.
Yeah.
But he has played well when he's been on the field so far this year. I think, Saquon Barkley is a guy who's been in the league for a little while now. He's kind of getting I think he's getting, 27, 28.
Yes.
He's having a career season so far if he can stay healthy. That is the problem with a lot of these older running backs for sure, and I can understand that side of the argument. They do get hurt, especially if it is a Saquon or if it is a feature guy in an offense who's getting run into the ground. If you got a rookie quarterback who goes down in Indy, who do they have backing up?
They just brought in someone. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
It wasn't Flacco, was it?
No. Yes.
Did they bring him back, or was he on the roster already? I thought he was already on the team.
He was already on the roster.
Okay.
I got text messages come in, and the people don't understand that I cannot text them, and they're fans of the show.
Is it feedback on the show? Are we doing bad? Are we in trouble?
No, not Bubba.
Oh, okay.
It's fans.
Right, is it feedback? Are we in trouble?
Yeah, we're in trouble. The FCC's, we're in the FCC level.
We're going out over 820.
Maybe Jerry Jones. I don't think we've even cussed yet. Maybe Jerry Jones was kind of, maybe he's like a baby face, and he just thought Derrick Henry was at the end of his rope.
Yeah, so you signed Ezekiel Elliott, who's not?
Well, it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, come on, brother.
And he loves. I feel
How
like,
much cheaper? What is?
Listen,
what are the
maybe
Ravens
Jerry
really paying
Jones
Derek?
saw Ezekiel Elliott's dick, and he's like, I want that guy back in the locker room.
I know I got you Googling stuff left and right, but what are the Ravens really paying Derrick Henry right now? What is his cap hit this year?
I'll do it after 239, our most exciting phone caller ever, probably.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Exactly. Hey, Henstar, how's it going?
It's going well. Hey, real quick, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, or I don't know if it was like a rumor or if an NFL insider reported on it, but did you guys see anything about the NFL moving away from not totally 1 o'clock Sunday kickoffs, but more towards the 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock games, and then possibly 3 Monday night games and 2 Thursday night games?
What, to cater to West Coast audiences like they always do?
Yeah, they've been talking. Yeah, someone told me about that. And I didn't know if I believed him or not, but considering the source, but I was like, I guess it makes sense. And they were talking about, and they got the European games starting at 9 a.m. and stuff like that. And I don't know, it was really interesting that they said that. And I could kind of see them going away from the Sunday 1 o'clock.
Where did they say it at? Like, where did you see it?
One of my friends, a client of mine, I don't really want to. But anyways, he was just talking about it, and then also. But I know they have a new
Has he got the fucking
CBA
commissioner
and
as
stuff
a
like
client?
that. But I don't know about their TV rights. But
Very interesting. Yeah, I'd have to. I guess I'd have to give it some thought. Weigh out the pros and cons. But I can imagine that maybe some East Coast people would be upset at first, but depending on the market you live in, Bucks fans in particular would be happy with it. If you're talking more 4 o'clock games, more 8 o'clock games for an East Coast audience, well, that's the thing too, is if the 4 o'clock game is going to be the norm across the NFL, you got 2 windows for a reason.
It looks like I'm not seeing anything on his little 1 o'clock thing. So
he's got a classified high dollar client, so he's got the inside Iggy that isn't being reported yet for jobbers like you and I, Lummy.
That's a good point, or Google. So yes, thank you. I know you can't let us know who your source is. So.
No.
No, of course not, because you just made it up as you go. But anything else, Senstar?
I did.
I mean, you are an Ivy League graduate, so maybe that's what you had in your mind.
Hey, speaking of that, the Brown Bears are undefeated. We're winning it all. I don't know why you guys are talking about the Gators or whoever I don't even know where that school would be located, but we're 2-0, baby. We've come back from 14 points down last week. The week before that, we came down in the fourth quarter.
Well, did you beat Mercer?
We champions.
Rhett, do you know where Brown University is?
We beat Georgetown, and then we beat Harvard last weekend.
Well, hold on, Rhett, do you know where Brown University is?
2 powerhouses.
New York.
You're kind of close. It's northeast, at least. I don't think a lot of people would even fucking know where Brown is. It's in Rhode Island.
That was my actually second guess.
You might as well just call it Roger
Anyways,
Williams
you guys
University.
have a good show, guys.
Exactly.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks for bringing up your fucking Brown University. 443.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, am I allowed to say it this week? How about them Ravens?
I guess you've earned it.
Yeah, sure. How about them Ravens?
Earned Derrick
so
Henry
far.
touchdown run later.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I saw a guy right before that run happened. He had a bunch of touchdown scorers, and Derrick Henry was the last one he needed for like $100,000. And that happened on the first play. I was like, damn, he didn't even have to sweat it.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, Ravens pulling up the
I
nose.
just tuned into the show when you were talking about old running backs and everything. Are you saying Derrick Henry is washed, or are you saying he's kind of like the outlier of all these dead running backs?
What I was trying to say was maybe that's what Jerry Jones was thinking when he didn't pull the trigger to sign Derrick Henry, because his contract rate is 2 years, $16 million.
Right. So I had a feeling he was getting paid under $10 million a year.
So Dallas could have afforded him. But
Dallas 100% could have afforded him.
But I don't know. Maybe that Jerry Jones thought Derrick Henry, leaving the Titans, coming here, he would be a bust.
Sure, and that's the mindset of a lot of people. But again, you look at the success. What we were talking about, Purple Jersey, was the success, I guess, the boom or bust aspect of a lot of these free agent running backs that are playing for new teams. I know he made the move a little while ago. He wasn't necessarily a free agent, but like Christian McCaffrey's hurt. He hasn't been available. A lot of people thought he'd be great. Jonathan Taylor, even though he's hurt right now, has been playing really well. He was a free agent that re-signed with his team, but Derrick Henry's playing really well. Saquon Barkley's playing really well. Tony Pollard yet to be determined. He's kind of in a shitty offense with a shitty quarterback.
That offense just sucks. Aaron Jones is doing pretty well in Minnesota, right?
Aaron Jones is doing well. Josh Jacobs has had some good games. So we were kind of going along those lines, talking about these teams that sign these guys who are a little bit older, and then how if Brian were in studio, he would be saying that. It's a risk to sign a running back over 27, 28 years old because, they're more prone to injury, which some of these guys are. You do see a Jonathan Taylor miss a game every now and again. Derrick Henry hasn't been spared of injuries completely. But that's kind of what we were saying. Yeah. But, he has been playing well. And the Ravens are a team that have been able to run the ball when their guys are healthy, and now they can run the ball with power and, a steamroller.
I think we finally realized how we need to utilize him. Like last time I called, he was one of the things I said was like on the first drive he was on the field for one snap. That does no good because he's getting the ball. If he's out there more often, you can feed off the play action or the outside power runs and everything like that. But what I'm excited for is to get Keaton Mitchell back. We'll have Keaton, Justice Hill, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. That's just it's going to be unreal to watch. He was the rookie last year that kind of took everybody by storm. He's about Justice Hill's size, but he's just insanely fast.
Yeah, I think Todd Monken, an offensive coordinator, doesn't get enough credit. I don't think people talk about him enough, considering the turnaround the Ravens had on offense between him and the people called him a Nazi, the old offensive coordinator they had before, who just really couldn't figure out how to use an MVP quarterback. So I think Todd Monken's doing a great job. I'm a big fan of his. I was a big fan of him when he was in Tampa. Even though they were mediocre, they always had like a top 5 offense statistically in the NFL. So he's figured it out. And, slow start, but, we said it the whole way. The Ravens are going to win some games.
I was looking through the free agency list, and, there's a lot of ones we didn't name. Like Devin Singletary is not having a horrible year with New York. Obviously, A.J. Dillon, this is last year. Zach Moss, I think he's whatever. He's with
Zach
Baltimore.
Moss is Cincinnati's feature back right now, but that Chase Brown dude in Cincinnati is very good.
No, he is. J.K. Dobbins is having an all right. DeAndre Swift he's playing all right for Chicago.
He kind of fell off a cliff though, just because you look at. DeAndre Swift.
He had a big game last week.
I don't want to say he's the best running back in the NFL, but he has consistently been one of the better ones in the NFL over the last couple of seasons, and he hasn't done jack shit in Chicago's offense this year because they're it's insane. You know what I've made a lot of money on this year? Every single week, Prize Picks puts out a prop for Caleb Williams that is 0.5 passing yards, and it always takes him until the end of the second quarter to hit it. And they put it out every week because I feel like one of these weeks it's not going to hit for whatever reason.
0.5 passing yards?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I kid you not. And,
well, you got Austin Eckler, who's with the Commanders now.
Yes.
And he's not.
Yes.
Jason Tatum, he doesn't have to be a superstar anymore when you got a rookie quarterback playing the way Jaden Daniels is.
Well, he got 13 carries for 83 yards rushing right now. So
talking about Jaden Daniels, I don't know if I called in the show around draft time, but I was Caleb Williams. Sure, he has 2 wins or whatever, but I said Jaden Daniels and J.J. McCarthy were going to be the best quarterbacks out of the draft. Obviously, J.J. got hurt, but Jaden Daniels is playing out of his mind, which is fun to see because I'm in that area, so it's fun to see Commanders fans finally excited about football, especially this year because we play them, and I guess next week I think it is. We play them at home, so that should be a really entertaining game with him and Lamar.
Sure. You forgot about the superstar that's probably going to come around here and Bo Nix too, so don't forget about him.
The Broncos just suck as a team.
Excuse me, they're on a 2-game winning streak, so you need to watch your mouth about that, please.
Who did they beat?
The Ravens and the Broncos have the same record. So, once again.
No, I know, but who did they beat?
The Jets and the mighty Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, you tried to get me to take the Broncos against you, and I said no, and then they just ran all over you.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm winning and you're not.
Oh, he was saying have a good rest of your day.
I know. It's little purple jersey. It was funny. Eat more coleslaw said he sounds like Toby from The Office. No, I was just, looking at him, you saw the list. It's actually a pretty good free agent in the top at least 5. But like I said, Tony Pollard is still up for, but I mean, they're not going to do much with what they're working with over there.
Yeah, I mean, let's go through the list. It's funny how they have a free agent comparison.
Yeah.
So number 1 being Saquon Barkley. He goes to Philly. He's having a great year. Arguably the best free agent running back of the bunch.
Oh, 100%.
Josh Jacobs goes to Packers. He's had some good success as well. 71 carries for 329 yards. He's top 10 in the league right now.
You got Derrick Henry. Obviously, we saw last week. He's number 1 right now in the rushing yards.
Yeah, we just talked about him for probably much too long. I think we've been putting over the Ravens a little too much today. It feels weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, neither. Tony Pollard, obviously, it's still kind of being out there. He doesn't have much to work with over there, but still a respectable 246 yards.
Yeah.
And why does it do that every time? And then Austin Eckler, we already talked about not having the greatest. DeAndre Swift, like you said. J.K. Dobbins, Devin Singletary is having an all right season with
New York.
221 yards. I mean, once again, not really much to work with. A.J. Dillon's hurt.
Can't stay on the field.
Yeah, Zach Moss. That's who they have right there.
Yeah, so when you talk about the big name guys, there's always a lot of discourse about like the salary too. That was the big thing is, the running back market, just like every other market, is going to go up. Do you remember that there was an era, and by era, I mean maybe 2 months, where Jonathan Taylor and some of the other top guys around the league were, I don't know if they got a support group or like a little makeshift union together, but it was like a running back committee, and they wanted to make a really big point about the salary. And then Jonathan Taylor got his contract. And everybody was really surprised because there was all of that drama about Jonathan Taylor leaving the Colts and him and Jim Irsay going whatever, and Irsay making digs at him and talking about the value of the running back position. Like, it was a whole deal. He was getting news coverage, write-ups, and then he ends up taking an average deal. I think he still makes under $10 million a year.
He does.
And then everybody ends up getting signed. But, now teams still view it as a risk to sign some of these guys. And I think just the movement of these top running backs, say what you want, but some of these guys are really making a difference for their teams right now.
Look at 29-year-old Aaron Jones, who we didn't mention. I mean, with the Minnesota Vikings, undefeated Minnesota Vikings, 321 yards rushing. I mean, he's having a good year with the Vikings at being 29.
Yeah, everybody's going to look good in a cohesive offense, So keep in mind that Minnesota, Sam Darnold's playing really fucking well. Leads the NFL in touchdowns with 11, which is absolutely bonkers. But yeah, Aaron Jones, 22 carries for 93 yards, 19 for 102, 9 for 32 against Niners early in the season. But he's averaging 5 yards a carry. So that's what you want. Like that, I think really anything over 3.5.
Oh yeah,
for your running back is really where you want them to be. So these guys that are getting over that number, good for them.
618.
Neil Montplaisir. How you doing?
What's up, Neil Montplaisir? How's it going?
Hey, I just want to get some therapy for my Packers. Obviously, it was a terrible game, but we need a kicker. But I don't like moral victories, but they could have packed it in being down 28-0, and it actually was good to see a little fight in the team. But I think this is going to be a long year, unfortunately, with no kicker.
Well, you guys got the Rams in L.A. I think the Rams are down. Yep. They mean, you guys should be able to go in L.A. and come out with a win. I know Stafford has pulled out a couple wins, and they did against the 49ers, but I think the Packers are overall a better team currently right now than the Rams. So I think even though the Cardinals just got blown out looking ahead after the Rams, I think the Cardinals are going to give you guys a little bit of a struggle. But your next 3 games, it could be one in you get Jaguar. I mean, your Texans is going to be your hardest game, I think. What do you think, Rhett?
Yes.
Looking at what's left, let me take a look at what's left here.
You got Rams, Cardinals, Texans, and Jaguars.
Yeah, Texans is tough. Lions is going to potentially be tough, but you see them twice a year.
Oh, I was stopping at the Jaguars because right here, I mean, you get through this little West here with the Texans. I mean, you got Lions, Bears, 49ers. I mean, the Dolphins are pretty much dog shit at this current time.
Yeah,
back to the Lions. I mean, it's not easy sledding, but
no, but I mean, these are 2 out of 3 very winnable games from the perspective of Green Bay. You know, the Cardinals. I know Kyler Murray's been playing well, but they're still a beatable team. The Texans are probably the toughest team, and then the Jags are trying to play their way out of a wet paper bag right now.
Yeah, they're struggling. I think Peterson's probably going to get fired.
Man, did you see the clip? I don't know if we can find it, but he was standing up in the podium, and the reporter asked him. He said, "Hey, you know, after an 0-4 start, have you had any conversations or concerns about your position?" And he kind of smirked and he laughed, and he's like, "My position? No." And he shut the guy down, but it's a pretty good clip because I don't know.
There it is.
I don't know. At one time, this guy was, you know, the savior of Philadelphia. After an 0-4 start.
You guys have a great show.
I mean, thank you, Neil.
Thank you, Neil.
Have a good one, Neil.
See ya.
I didn't mean to hijack Neil. I'm sorry.
What the fuck, Brad?
Yeah.
Let's get back to this Doug Peterson here.
My status?
There we go. Let's start it from here. Oh, come on.
My status?
After an 0-4 start.
I mean, no. I mean, it's kind of a strange question, but okay.
It's kind of a strange question. You're asking me that like I'm 0-4 or something, man. I
don't know where you get the balls to talk to me about my status. My status is fine.
You know, I do think it is interesting though. The state of like what the coaching hot seat would be for him in Jacksonville. How many more games does he get? You know, if they go 0-6, I feel like he's gone. But if they win their next 2, then how do you feel over the next 5?
I mean, I couldn't even tell you that Jacksonville playing anyone has a chance. I mean, they're going to play the Colts.
I haven't watched any Jacksonville games. I really have not seen.
Trevor Lawrence is looking like Daniel Jones.
Is he really?
His stats are pretty lined up with Daniel Jones, too. I mean, they're playing the Colts. The Colts got Joe Flacco. I mean, Flacco, for some reason, just saves everybody. You know, that's not going to be a gimme game. I mean, I would say if Richardson and Taylor might be out, I would have 4 weeks ago would have said, yeah, that's an easy win for the Jags. Now I don't know. And then they got the Bears. I mean, I guess, yeah, they have a chance against the Bears and then the Patriots.
You know, they're right up the road. You're a big-time wrestling superstar now. At some of the games, and I think like back in training camp, they had the AEW guys go out there and do shows.
Really?
Yeah, we could drive you up there, do a run-in.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Me,
Bubba Army be all elite. It'll be a match between you and the Costco guys.
There we go. We can do that. Oh, Costco guys.
Double chunk chocolate cookie. Did you see they signed to AEW?
Did they?
Yeah. They signed to a match in All Elite Wrestling because the dad, AJ, or is it AJ? Yeah, AJ. Used to be a pro wrestler. Dude, I feel like I could not have fucking escaped these guys. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Hold on. Yeah. 610. They were trying to work with CCW. 610.
Hey, it's Brian from Philly. How you guys doing?
Hey, Brian from Philly. I need your headshots for your bust.
Brian, I feel like I haven't heard from you, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. How you guys been?
Good.
Lummy, I have the headshots. I got to send them to you. What's the email address?
Bust, B-U-S-T, at BubbaArmyHQ.com.
All right. Just write that down.
Yeah.
I called because the Eagles absolutely suck ass.
I mean, I think we saw that last week.
Well, he texted us.
Bust at thebubbaarmy.com?
Bust at BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Gotcha. Yeah, they absolutely are dysfunctional.
And he texted us 20 minutes before kickoff and said the Eagles are about to get ran through here. And next thing I knew, I turned around, they're 14-0 down.
I knew it. I just felt it. That's why I texted you guys. I said, this is going to be an ass kicking.
Well, you wouldn't have known that before the game with everyone doing their little stupid Eagle chant. You know, the crowd was into it at least.
Yeah, there was a lot of green in there.
Was there a lot of Eagles fans there?
Sure was.
Dude, it's Tampa. I mean, you and I went to the game last year.
Yeah.
It's every game where it's a big populous city and all of the people leave that populous city to go move to fucking Florida. They all go to the Bucs games. So all the Giants games, all the Cowboy games, all the Philly games, Pittsburgh especially, man. Those fan bases, they travel here.
Pittsburgh's got a huge fan base. But Jalen Hurts is so out of it. I don't think he has any chemistry with the rest of the team. It just seems like he sits in the corner by himself and pouts. You see that when he just goes, he sits on the bench and doesn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
Do you think
he's sorry?
No, I'm sorry. Do you think Sirianni's got control of that locker room?
Nope. I don't think there's no real bad communication.
You think, if anything, like obviously A.J. Brown not playing really just hurt Jalen Hurts, or you think it's just the whole overall team sucks?
I think it's the whole chemistry of the team. I mean, they have great players, but something's obviously wrong. I mean, Devontae Smith, you got Barkley, you got Gainwell, you got Goddard. I mean, you got the talent.
Seems like you guys have had the talent for a while.
Can't do shit with it.
Well, how about this too? I mean, you talk about the mentality of the team and I guess the culture. Micah Parsons does a podcast. He is the edge rusher for the Dallas Cowboys, who is a division rival for Philadelphia. He had I cannot remember the name of the defensive back, but he had him on his podcast this week, and they were breaking down footage of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson getting cooked by Mike Evans, and they were laughing about it. They were making jokes about this dude missing the route and giving up the touchdown in a game that they got fucking hosed in. I don't know what kind of program they're running up there in Philly, man, but yeah, I think Sirianni's a time bomb.
Yeah, he's got to go. Everyone in Philly's saying it.
Really? Yeah, well, you guys get rid of your coaches.
Chase them out of town.
You guys get rid of your coaches pretty quick, though.
And our quarterbacks.
Yeah, and your running backs sometimes, too. And your whole team. Yeah, you Philly guys love getting rid of that shit. I mean,
well, they just got Saquon. I mean,
I know, but still, next year, listen, he'll fumble 4 times, and they're probably get ready to kill fucking Saquon.
Start throwing batteries at him.
Exactly. I mean, we just heard from one of your former coaches, in Doug Peterson, so I guess that was actually probably a good move.
Did any of the Philly fans start shit at the game?
Not that I saw, but I was up in the box. So
Rhett and I were there within minutes. Philly fans were getting kicked out.
Dude, they were stepping on the big flag. The big end zone flag the Bucs roll out. They're all stepping on it and like laying on it and shit. People were getting thrown out.
You fly 3 hours from Philly, you plan this trip to Tampa to go to the game, you get fucking kicked out at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, watch it from Wing House across the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's just how dumb Philly fans are. All right, Brian from Philly, don't be a stranger.
Keep up the good work, man.
All right, man.
Be safe.
Send that email.
Man, I like Brian, but I guess I feel the way that my friends feel because you get a girlfriend and you stop hearing from your boys.
Oh, is that what's going on with Brian from Philly?
Maybe it's just you. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like we don't hear from him as much. Yeah,
True.
He's getting good for him. He talked about getting saddled up and he seems to be doing really well. Seems like a great lady. I believe they're still together.
Should have asked him when he was on the phone.
I didn't want to pry. I just wanted to talk about him after he hung up.
Oh, you wanted to talk behind his back about him when he's listening now?
It's not behind his back. He's listening. He knows I'm saying it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not saying anything bad.
I don't think he's turning off the. I don't think he's turning it off. 413.
Lomas, it's Joe the Supermark.
Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Excellent. I had a quick question for both you guys. I know it's wicked early in the season. I want to know your predictions for who's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Denver Broncos.
What do you got, Rhett?
Shit. Give me Detroit and Kansas City. I'll say what I said at the beginning of the year.
Let me write it down. Let's see what happens.
Let's see it.
All right. God bless you guys.
See you, Joe. If it's Tampa Bay, Denver, I'm going to fucking shoot myself in the head.
Holy hell, that'd be something, huh?
No shit. And how am I not putting money on Denver right now?
I would hate that so much. I hate Sean Payton. I hate when the Bucks
chance
play
that Sean Payton has a chance.
The Bucks in the regular season, aside from the 2020 playoff win, the Bucks are under Todd Bowles are 0-7 against Sean Payton. 0-7. Have never beat him as a coach outside of that one win in the postseason with Tom Brady. Really. Todd Bowles as a coach, whether defensive coordinator or head coach in Tampa, 0-7, dude. I was shocked.
Wow.
I was just as surprised.
Todd Bowles is Sean Payton's bitch.
He's got us. He's got us. He can fucking stalemate a Todd Bowles defense any day of the week.
Is Todd Bowles kind of like the coach in Waterboy? You know, like you know what I'm talking about? Like when he has to face the one head coach and he kind of just like goes to the back.
Kind of cowers away.
And he goes hides, and that's what he does. Every time the Bucks play fucking and it's Sean Payton teams.
I would hope not. But, I mean, can you make Super Bowl futures bets? Like, can you put money down?
You can on individual teams. I don't think you can do it on matchups. I mean, but at that point, you would just do both teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do Super
Make some
Bowl.
good money if you put Tampa Bay, Denver. I mean, I feel like the chances of that happening are so low that I would put money on it.
Yeah,
and if it happens and they have to play Sean Payton and the Bucks potentially lose their first Super Bowl, then I get a shit ton of money.
I mean, let's talk about mybookie.com right now. I mean, we can just check that real quick.
Yeah, we'll check some of the lines. We can actually review our picks before we get into some of this week's games, I think.
They should have the
scores, hopefully,
the
maybe.
Lines. Here we go. Here we go. To win. Well, that's to win.
That's to win.
Shit. Easy to navigate here. Regular season. Blah, 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 regular season, division odds, championship odds. There we go. That's the NFC.
NFC championship.
So we did Tampa Bay Buccaneers, currently 1,675 plus. And then you have, let's see, go back down and do the AFC. Okay, it's really going to give me all the NFC. And why wouldn't it just be easy and give me the AFC? But...
It's got conference winner right there. NFC conference winner.
Yeah, no, I got it. Oh, no.
That's regular season up top is...
Yeah, I'm going for the NFC winner.
So Bucks are plus 1675. Yeah. I mean, that's, plus money all day.
And obviously Denver's going to be huge. Let's see here. AFC. Should I just put both conferences in the same link? Denver plus 5,200. So
$10 bet. Can you parlay those? No.
You can parlay them.
You can?
Yeah. You cannot parlay them.
No. That'd be ridiculous.
Brian
money.
from Philly, $20. Thank you. They are still together. Let's see. If you were to bet $5, you'd win $83, and $5, $350 to win.
There you go.
So that's our make-believe scenario that will never happen because Denver is not going to make the Super Bowl.
Do you want to pull up the slate of scores from Week 4 around the NFL?
Yeah, let's go for it.
We started out 1-0 when we did our Friday show and made our picks with Colton, who said the Bucks would lose. We did pick Dallas, and we were correct. But
That's
everything else we got to talk about because we got a lot of games here.
Yeah. Oh,
all right.
I'm guessing you didn't mark them up, did you?
No, not yet.
Oh boy, that's not when your math turns that's when your math goes bad.
I know, buddy.
Should I come down and get my own sheet?
No, I just want to know the winners of each game.
Oh, so, Falcons beat the Saints 26-24.
You picked that.
Yes, I did. Of course I did. Bears beat the Rams.
Of course they did.
And of course they did, 24-18. The big bad undefeated Minnesota Vikings taking care of the Green Bay Packers 31-29. Who I think
we both picked Green Bay.
Of course we did. Go Bubba. Colts taking care of the undefeated Steelers.
And we both had a hunch. We both said Indy would win. Right. Anthony Richardson goes down, but they pull off the win.
Joe Flacco coming in, saving us. Broncos and Jets, and I believe that's before we were Bronco lovers, and it was 10-9.
Bronco lovers.
Hell of a game.
Who said that?
I don't know, but looks like the Broncos took care of the Jets 10-9. That had to be a really, really boring game.
Mm-hmm.
Buccaneers absolutely dominating the Philadelphia Eagles 33-16.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati Bengals coming through on their first win, 34-24 over the Panthers. Joe Burrow getting his first win of the year with 2 TDs. Texans taking care of the Jaguars 24-20. The Washington Commanders absolutely look like superstars against the Cardinals 42-14. Surprised that the Cardinals didn't make that a little closer, but oh well. 49ers 30, Patriots 13. Raiders taking care of Deshante, the massage therapist, 2016. Chiefs 4-0 undefeated, taking care of the Chargers. And the Ravens run all over the Bills. And your Monday night games, the Dolphins look like complete shit, 31-12, giving the Titans their first win. And the Lions.
Who did you pick for Monday night?
I picked the Dolphins.
No, for the other game.
Oh, the Lions.
You sure?
I thought I did.
I hope you did.
I'm pretty sure I did. I always like the Lions.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's tally this up, my friend.
Yeah, the Dolphins looked really. Huntley with 96 yards. And the sad thing is that he was the leader, the passing leader for the game. How fucking. Oh, that's right. What's his name was hurt. And then they had to put in Mason Rudolph. With Mason Rudolph in his 85 yards passing. But Tony Pollard did step up. Dolphins are looking pathetic. How's your math doing over there, big boy?
All right, well, I went 10-6.
All right, winning record.
And you also went 10-6.
All right, look at that.
Yeah, so we are all knotted up here after week 4 and the collective record.
I am still down to you because for whatever fucking reason, I'm still losing.
Yeah, I am 39-25. You are 36-27.
Hey,
so
listen,
you're right there.
I'm right there. And you know what? If we're betting straight up every time, we're still winning in Vegas. So there you go. Let's go to this week's games.
26-28. 36-28. Good Lord.
I know.
The math, dude. No. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. How did I make it?
I don't know. Did you use calculators in school or something? Fuck, you still have one you could use, but
my head hurts.
All right, let's go week 1 here. Where the fuck am I at?
Oh,
Week 5.
Whoa.
Starts out Thursday Night Football.
Whoa.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Slow down.
Oh, that's right. Now you need to write.
Yeah. Thursday Night Football, though, for Tampa Bay. Prime time here to kick off week 5.
That's right. In Atlanta. I mean, I don't even. Do I have to say it?
Which primetime Kirk Cousins are we going to get?
We're going to get the Kirk Cousins that's going to be on his ass. He's going to be smelling Vita Vee's balls.
Wow.
All night long. Tampa Bay, big win over Atlanta.
I agree, my friend.
And everyone in chat that likes Atlanta, fuck off. New York, Aaron Rodgers going up to Minnesota. Oh, that's in London. Oh, NFL Europe is back this week, Rhett. Are you excited?
I guess so. I'll always take more football.
9:30 game. All right. Does Aaron Rodgers take down Minnesota? You know what? Upset pick.
Yeah.
New York wins.
Part of me.
New York. Aaron Rodgers. Let's go.
Part of me says that they're going to win, but part of me says that this reign of terror for Minnesota is going to continue. So I think Sam Darnold is going to run all over, and Minnesota wins. I don't know. New York doesn't look like a team that is going to want to be in London at whatever time.
Neither does Minnesota. And Aaron Rodgers is used to playing out there. Sure. Taking the Minnesota down to 4-1. Go Jets. You picked Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Carolina at Chicago.
Didn't they just play this game? I feel like
it's an ass bucket game.
I feel like they just played this game.
Let's see what Carolina.
Man.
Yeah. That's,
what do you? Andy Dalton.
I'm gonna pick Carolina beating the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be considered an upset, but believe it or not, I am going to take Carolina
Andy
here.
Dalton.
They just out-dueled the high-powered Steelers offense last week.
This might be my first under 500 picking week this week.
Yeah, these are getting tough, and I think we were going to talk about that a little bit earlier, but the parity of the NFL season this year in particular is hilarious because some of the teams that you thought were going to be good were going to be good. But, like, there are certain guys or certain teams that I just fucking way off. Like, the Bills they've been up and down, but Josh Allen has played extraordinarily well. He can prove that he can, make this team good. There was a lot of discourse before the season about Tua Tagovailoa and the importance of him in the Miami offense, Lummy.
Okay. So we got Baltimore at Cincinnati. Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, let's get right back to it.
Listen, I don't want to talk about that guy.
Just a ridiculous run on kind of surprises around the NFL. So these games are getting tougher to pick. Carolina at Chicago. We both picked Carolina, correct?
Yes.
Baltimore at Cincinnati. We got a division game here. And I think Baltimore is getting hot. I think they have awoken the demon that is Derrick Henry, and he is going to do his thing against the Bengals here. So division game, but I'm going to take the Ravens.
I'm taking Cincinnati in Cincinnati. I said I'm going to try to go for under 500 on my picks, but guess what? It's a division game. Cincinnati's going to play them tough in Cincinnati. Go Bengals.
I think Cincinnati's going to come around at some point.
And it's today.
I think it's a really good matchup because, again, Baltimore is really starting to find a rhythm here.
Well, they get off track of the rhythm and take an L. And that's my prediction. Yeah, you can even call it an upset, maybe.
Wow.
I'm just picking all upsets
I guess
today.
It would be an upset. I know it's a division game, so call it what you will. That factors into it as well. We can't really take anything into account outside of division games because it's generally close when you get games like that.
Look at this fucking barn burner that we're going to have here. Miami at New England.
Yeah, speaking of division games.
Take that under, if anything. Jesus.
Give me New England.
All right. I think because I want Miami to win. Fuck. Miami.
Wow. I think Miami.
Maybe Tyreek Hill a touchdown.
I think Miami looks rough right now. Obviously should have done more to prepare the backup quarterback position, but Mike McDaniel as a coach doesn't look great right now. Yeah. When you've got, listen, I know the quarterback is basically what runs your offense, and there's a lot of pre-snap motion and stuff that Tua would do that these backups can't necessarily do, so it makes your offense look a little more predictable, but you and your staff got to be good enough to make some changes, and it just doesn't look like they are. It looks like every time Miami runs onto the field without Tua, they suck. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all Tua. You're right. It is Tua.
It's not that. It's
juggle
not
his balls
that.
and
it's not that.
Harp throb on his veiny cock.
It's not that. They did, make Will Levis look okay.
Yeah, their defense is. They forgot how to play defense. That's another one. I can rant on the Miami, but I'm not. They're gonna beat New England. They're gonna turn this ship.
Taking New England. They're just. Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking New England. I'm taking Miami. This is a make or break week for me. I'm looking at it. Cleveland at Washington.
The Scandal Bowl.
Shit. Washington is looking, they're looking good. Cleveland struggling. It's in Washington.
I already wrote the W for you.
I'm going Washington.
There you go.
You're going Washington?
It's hard not to. I know he is a rookie, so he's not going to be this consistent for the rest of the year. They did say that same thing about C.J. Stroud, but I think Washington's a better team.
Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Shit. Another Joe Flacco.
Yeah, that game made me sick.
Yeah, Joe Flacco going to Jacksonville to Trevor Lawrence. Fuck. I think they're going to rate the ship here. Trevor Lawrence is going to pull his head out of his ass. You can get tickets for as low as $24 if you're in the Jacksonville area and want to watch this. If you want to go put your Joe Flacco jersey on and get out there, I'm going to go Jacksonville. I think Rhett just blew out his fucking.
That's a stellar
spleen.
pick, my friend. I understand your reasoning, and I think you got a point here. I don't know what the status of Anthony Richardson is. I don't know if we confirmed he's going to be missing some more time. But if he does play, he definitely won't be at 100%. So I think this could be a get-right week for Jacksonville against an Indy team that has looked beatable this year. Are you sneezing now? What happened?
I just held it in.
Oh, did you really?
Yes. Started breathing in and trying to get that down. Buffalo at Houston. Whew. Whew. These are getting tough. Oh. At Houston, too. Shit. It's a 1-point spread. Damn.
That is tough.
I think Josh Allen. Josh Allen coming off his loss. I think they figured it out. I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, I will.
And I like Houston too. I like their team.
I like Houston too. There's a lot to like there. I will go Houston just to pick against you here.
Oh, there you go. Well, listen, I'm already looking at my picks and going, I'm fucked. So let's keep up the fuckery. Las Vegas at Denver. Denver. I'm going Denver. Bo Nix, baby. I'm buying that jersey this week. Is there any fucking games that are going to be really easy to pick? And this was the easy one that I can see on this schedule. Denver dominates, go 3-2. Vegas is scrambling. They don't know what to do. Devontae Adams is out of Vegas after this game. And ride, Denver ride. Ride, Broncos ride, whatever the fucking thing's called.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. What you got?
I got Denver.
All right. Look at that.
Yeah.
Go Denver. Arizona at San Francisco. Whew.
Give me the Niners.
I like Arizona.
Yeah?
I like Arizona. I think San Francisco, even though they're missing Christian McCaffrey, they're getting healthy. I mean, it's probably a bad pick. Arizona did not look too good against Washington last week. It's in San Fran, 405. I'm still going to go Arizona. And they're getting 7 points, too.
There you go.
Green Bay at L.A., the Rams in L.A. I mean, Stafford's playing with not much. I think Williams is a good running back, but I'm going to go Green Bay. They bounced back after that tough loss to Minnesota.
Yeah, I feel like I keep picking the Packers this year, and they keep letting me down, but hopefully this is the week things change here. I'll take Green Bay.
New York Giants at Seattle. Danny Dimes. Is Danny Dimes? It's in Seattle, too.
Yeah.
I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, I'm also going Seattle.
That was not that difficult once I knew that they were traveling out to Seattle. Dallas at Pittsburgh. I mean, did Indy show the chink in the armor on Pittsburgh? Or is Dallas? Yeah, you know what? I'm going Dallas.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh is always kind of one of those teams, the Mike Tomlin way, where once the middle of the season approaches, they fizzle out a little bit from the hot start. You remember that one year they started 11-0?
They sure did.
And then they lost to Baker Mayfield because they forgot how to play football in round one of the postseason. I'm also going to take Dallas here.
Good pick.
Good answer.
And we're back to only one Monday Night Football game. That's sad.
Couple of early bye weeks here in the NFL season. Man, a week 5 bye week is brutal when you consider 17 games.
Yeah.
Detroit, Tennessee, Philadelphia, and LA not playing this week.
New Orleans at Kansas City. Man. I really want to pick New Orleans because I really want Kansas City to lose. I don't think I can.
I don't think they will.
I did say that I wanted this to be my worst week ever of picks, but
yeah, not a lot of upsets for you this week. You're 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Maybe Miami over New England could be a stretch, but everything else is fairly safe. But these games, I mean, these lines, we've been pulling them up. A lot of them are 1, 2.5, 3, 1. Which game is 7? San Francisco at Arizona.
Yeah.
7 points seems like a lot for that game. You all right?
I'm picking New Orleans.
Wow.
I'm picking New Orleans, baby. Let's go, Saints. Let's end the Kansas City's undefeated streak.
You know, you got to start filling
out Saints.
You got to start filling out an upset ticket every week. Because, like,
throw my money away too?
No. Come on. So you do 3 teams every week. You swept 1 week. 1 week you swept your upset picks.
That's that. Yeah, I did.
You did. So if I go to Hard Rock, pull up the sports book.
Wow.
And then we go to NFL. And let's take your upsets here. Let's go Jets. You just going straight up win here?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go Jets. You don't want the points. You just want the win?
Just the win.
Jets at Minnesota. You're taking the Jets plus 130. Look, you're already in the positive money here.
Positive?
Baltimore at Cincinnati. Baltimore is favored.
Are they?
But you are you're taking Cincinnati plus 120 in the positive money.
There we go.
Man, we are looking good so far. And then we got New Orleans, KC, probably the biggest dog of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 5 right now, but that line could move when you hear about injuries and whatnot. If you're holy shit, you're taking New Orleans plus 200 right now on the Hard Rock app. If you put $10 on this, you're going to win $152.
Whoa!
So, I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, you put your money where your mouth is. Fuck it. Put $5. $5 win you $76. That's a half a tank of diesel.
That's right. $5 right down the toilet, too. But you know what? Let's go. And everybody out there, please don't use my picks this week for betting, or you will absolutely hate me. That I think I picked pretty bad. I'm all about Denver Broncos now. I picked the New Orleans Saints. I mean, I'm on something right now, so just follow Rhett. He's leading this whole thing.
This is a cry for help?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, buddy.
I gotta see my therapist.
All right, well, we're here for you if you need us. I don't know if our promo code on BetterHelp still works or not, but check that out, too.
No, the promo code on mybookie.com works a lot better, so.
There you go.
Thank you, Rhett.
Thank you, Lummy.
And let's hope my picks come through this time. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Lummy Sports Show. The fastest hour that you'll get in sports right here. I'm an idiot.
No.
Don't forget to go to Bubba Army Shop, Bubba Army Store, BubbaArmyMerch.com for all your Bubba Army merchandise needs. And we'll be back live tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. right here on all platforms. Rhett, you got anything?
I do not. If you want some more Buccaneers coverage, check out the Cannon Fire podcast this week. I'm going to be a little more comfortable with whoring that out on you fine people. We are in the middle of football season. We are rolling hot and heavy. We got some more prop bets for you over there as well. YouTube.com/Cannon Fire podcast and anywhere you download a podcast, my friend.
Well, thank you, Rhett, and thank you, everybody. We will see you. And hey, you know what? Go down, download the latest podcast, Operation Pigmentation's up there. I believe Loner and Stoner is coming out this week also. So go download all our podcasts. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See ya.